I want to talk real seriously for a minute about the Peacepipe Party. I came up with the Peacepipe Party decades ago, and so far it really hasn't caught on yet. But I think now is really the time for it. Peacepipe Party is, like the name suggests, focused on two main principles: peace and pot, like marijuana, like legalization of herb, which a lot of states have already done. And there's been great progress just since I made this hashtag, even if no one's really been involved in the Peacepipe Party. But I always envisioned it as a counterbalance or the opposite of the Tea Party, something that's far left to help steer the Democratic Party to the left. Obviously, a component that's been missing from our political system. Nobody really keeping the left honest to be the left. One reason I'm inspired to talk about it seriously right now is just thinking about the success of the Midas Touch Network and how they started maybe 5 years ago. I just saw them helping boost Katie Couric's channel by doing their first interview as all three brothers with her, and it was a really great interview. But you could tell she was even kind of looking for some tips and suggestions to reach the success level that they have, even though she was, a career journalist and, the person who's iconic for helping take down Sarah Palin. It's amazing to see how much the landscape has changed and how much they've done in 5 years. And reminds me of like telling my brothers some years ago, we could be doing something like this, just from recognizing their talent and their ability, the potential that they had. And wishing I'd started something years ago. Although I started this years ago, but it's been just me. I haven't really had a community or an audience or anything. But my ideas, I think, are sufficient to help change the world. The Pillar Revolution, the Peacepipe Party. Pillar Revolution is a nonviolent revolution we can do from bed to overthrow all tyrants worldwide by focusing on one after the other and using our phones and love and truth and good messages. Peacepipe Party is peace and pot. And the fact that those two topics or those two priorities are intersectional with so many other things. But just by focusing on peace and pot, we can do two things that really rally people together. Right now, with even the disillusions of the right, with Trump and Putin and Netanyahu's Iran war, we can really gain ranks, not necessarily that we need those people, but just the fact that it shows we can rally even from all sides of the political spectrum, because increasingly more and more people appreciate peace and pot. So welcome to the Peacepipe Party. Thanks for helping use the hashtag and helping build this community. I realize even though I've been doing this, you can check the hashtag Peacepipe Party or Pillar Revolution or some other ones I make and see that I've been doing this for a really long time and that all my content is genuine and true. And there's a lot of content that has the principles of this being laid out, but in videos that no one's ever seen. So for you to remake content, for you to participate in the content I have, or to help bring this idea and this party into realization is the missing component. You're the missing ingredient here to turn what I've been doing myself into something that's more like what the Midas Touch Network has done. That's now the biggest podcast, bigger than Joe Rogan, the biggest media influencer in the news and political world in the country. So we can do that from a political standpoint just by being the opposite of the Tea Party and everything that means. So thanks for joining the Peacepipe Party. Pass it around, and we'll see you soon. Love you.